Hello, hello. Oh my god, there's more shit to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about a little bit of politics and not only politics, just corrupted assholes are sitting there spreading a bunch of fake news, obviously. About the whole Tim Walsh, which it's happening fucking like everywhere now. I'll tell you this. Other countries that are third world countries that hate fucking America know how to use the liberal dumb fucks. These are not just normal liberal people, obviously. These are, people that just don't follow the law at all. They don't care if people do fraud. They don't care if people commit suicide or kill people, or whatever the fuck that it is that they do. As long as it's by a liberal, for a liberal, always a liberal. Well, if it's for conservative people, they don't care. And that's the thing. These corrupt, satanic, wicked people all deserve the fire. Obviously, they can repent. I suggest they do. Because that money's not going to hold you over in death, because money stops existing when you die. You only live so long. But people love to hold on to shit as long as they can right before they die. But this is just how life is. I have to be comfortable with my $1 million manor now. I'm like, and no offense to the females out there, most of these are, females. They're feminists. They're very activist, feminist women. Because liberal men, they don't, most of them, if a man has a very liberal construct of a mind, like they're not traditional at all, which I can't say most of them probably aren't, because I see them in real life. They're just like, I shouldn't have to work. People should pay for my stuff because they're rich. I said, well, the rich do pay for your stuff, but they pay for your stuff because you work for them. So you just want to do nothing and just get paid for it. That's kind of the problem. You can't just do nothing and just get paid for it. You have to be able to do stuff. And that's where people get really upset and start getting pissed off about it. And I say personally, what do you do in a 16-hour day? Well, if I was rich, I wouldn't have to work. Well, what do you do if you were rich? Well, I go out and buy stuff and do all this. What do you do after all that shit's done? You eventually get bored of it. I try to explain it to young people. I say, your mind is very adaptive. So you do something for so long, unless the entertainment is so high, you eventually will get bored of it. Like I say, every single time I listen to about Jesus or about God or about, actually like self-proclaimed intelligent people actually know how to fucking learn things and know how to research things, and they go through it. You can listen to them all day long because they know things. Here's what it is. When people lie about the things that they think that they know, what happens? They get bored and dull because you know that they're fucking lying. That's why lying's so bad. For someone that does lie has mass anxiety. And you always got to ask yourself, why is that? Because they're afraid for people to know who they are, because they already hate themselves. They hate themselves before someone even knows them. They'll think everybody hates them. And so they have to make up bullshit excuses for their life. And since they hate themselves so much, they normally return to drinking or money laundering or doing anything to keep their vice going, which is their spirit going, their feelings going. Because they're such in a hurry to be like, oh, this person has to like me now. People lie every day about the stupidest shit. And sometimes little petty lies are always, common. Like, you could slip up and say something, but if it's a personal lie about yourself, like if someone's on drugs says, I'm not on drugs, and everybody knows you're on drugs, well, you're lying to yourself, first off, even though you do it, but you try to hide it from everybody else for just lying to yourself. People have to know who you are. That's how people trust you. That's how people respect you, is the truth. No one wants to respect anyone for lies. At first, it may sound cool. It may sound great. But as you get closer and closer to the person's actual personality of who they really are, it falls apart. Then you start to retract yourself. It's just like a relationship. Now I always bring up Max in. Yeah, Max said she was up front with a lot of things. But I didn't want her to be like that because I saw something better with her. But she kept drawing herself away. She kept putting the world first besides putting me first. She put the world first. What do people think about me? I hate myself. I hate who I am. I don't have big enough boobs. My ass is fat, but I don't have big enough boobs. I'm not skinny enough. All these things I say, if you want everyone to fucking like you, it's never going to happen. That's the confusion of pride. Not everyone's going to like you. The only reason why a lot of people don't like people, that's because they hate themselves. They dislike themselves. So they just kind of just cherry pick who they're with. And normally they're the people that normally use people. And they do it all the time. And they try to say that they don't do it. But you see them do it. You're like, what you see normally tells you more truth than what you hear. Because you could be whispered at and not know. What you see. If I see someone... If I look at someone and they do something shady and I ask them about it, they say, oh, no, I didn't do it. Then you say, well, I saw you. Well, you could have been seeing things. Like, no, I fucking saw you, bro. That's how it normally goes. And I want to deal with that situation, that just little things here and there. And sometimes they're big things. You know, like for instance, one of the ladies work with that. She's cool. No. Facebook pictures when she was, younger than that, because we're about the same age. Because I didn't know, I've never seen her when she looked, young, because we're both fucking old. We're all in our 30s. She looks a lot different. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's been, I don't know, like 15 years. But the whole point of it is that she seemed more happier in general than she is now. And I've seen some of her pictures when she was like in her 20s and that. And I was like, okay, because someone asked me, it's like, oh, do you have her on Facebook and da. I'm like, no. So I looked her up and that, and like, she looked happy. She looked more astounded. I said, what is the thing that dropped this person off so fast for them to start doing things that actually hurts themselves more than, loves themselves? It's always the feelings. As I tell a lot of women, a lot of women that get into their feelings, you get into your feelings so much because you're trying to understand something that you cannot understand. Scientists make up terminologies of mental illness. Then there's they're just words that mean something because they made it up. It doesn't mean whatever is happening is a physiology of it. This shit's not physical. This shit's spiritual. You say that's mental. Yes, you can control certain things. But everyone has these random ass thoughts that go into their head. They're not your thoughts, bro. Or ladies, they're not your thoughts. Who the fuck would think about killing someone? Because you talk about it. Because you hear it. You talk about it. Or because you see it on video games and that. That's the only way you can know if something like that actually exists, because you see it. So then you make up your mind and you control, okay. In your mind, if you say, if something happened, I had to eliminate someone, would I do it or not? Would you be that cold-hearted to get rid of someone just to do it? A lot of people say, Well, yeah, I could do because act like it's a toughness thing. No. I say people that eliminate people are very cold-hearted people. Very cold-hearted. It's not to say that they can't be loving, but it's a switch they flip on when they need to. See, the average human being most likely doesn't commit much crime. Because they know they'll get in trouble with the law, and they don't want to risk their life going to jail. But why do people commit crimes? It's the thrill. It's that feeling you get. We all get feelings. It depends on what kind of feelings we get, how much we can handle, how much that we want, or how much we can handle. Me personally, I get feelings when I talk about stuff like this. When I talk about people in general. That's what I love to do, so that's the feelings I get when I do it. See, it's the love of it. There could be bad things that you do that you can love. That's why psychopaths do certain things. They love it. They enjoy it. It makes them happy. Is it right to do? No. Doesn't mean to you it's not right, but to the laws of nature, the laws of God, yeah, it's wrong. So controlling things that you do, if you do good things and you like doing it, don't ever change that. Why? Because it's pointless to change it. Don't ever change things that you really love to do, that are good, that don't harm anyone. Don't ever change those things. Okay, I would say that's like one of the biggest downfalls in society, and as people get either really nasty, ugly hobbies, and they love doing it, and they don't stop. Most people don't. I would say 95% of people, not more, are normally pretty clean, useful human beings to a certain extent. But are they up and down with stuff? I think everyone's like that. But still retains your feelings, though. So I talk to people that are aggressively expressing themselves. I like to ask them, so why do you express yourself so much? Why do you care what everybody thinks when it's not even about you? Because first off, you are your worst enemy. You yourself will be the one that's going to trigger hatred first to yourself. Lack of confidence, you lead to depression, you lead to anxiety, you overthink yourself way too much about certain things, and you can't just let it flow like a river. You're like a dam. You build up all that water that the pressures get so hard. Like, why do people get headaches? There's a lot of reasons why, but one of them is you overthink so much. Your brain's using so much energy, and you get yourself to be fucking anxiety tired, and you're just ugh. And some people say they can't help it. I need medication for it. Medication, it dulls it, but doesn't get rid of it. Medication is not meant to get rid of things. It's meant to help the body to see something. Yes, it can help it, yes. But if you don't try to change it with the meds, so to speak, then you just keep on doing more meds, and then all of a sudden you become a zombie. You're supposed to know when to turn on certain emotions and when to turn off certain emotions. A lot of people don't know how to do that. Well, it's because you're supposed to learn this stuff when you're younger. The Bible talks about wisdom all the time, Ask for wisdom. Ask for stuff. It's not like God doesn't want you to be smart. It's not like God doesn't want you to be, understanding. Most people just don't fucking understand because they're too dull to begin with, and it only comes down to how they're raised. A lot of people are raised, you know, extremely crappy. Hence the reason why they have probably a lot of issues now. It all comes from the parents. Parents raise their children like shit, then their children are gonna act like shit. It's just how it is. You know, it's hard to stop it. When you're a child, because you can't do nothing as a child, you don't know anything. You can't survive on your own. That's why when I look at people, I listen to people, and I see how their lives are, you can tell which ones are actually willing to try, because they have to. And the hardest thing is survival. Some people take the route that I take. You know, I live with my parents in that place. I don't have my own place. I never did. I probably won't. Now, what does that actually do to me? Well, I'll sure do. It causes me to be less dependable on myself by depending on everybody else. So the way to really break that is to depend on myself. That's all I can do. You know, and that's why I work. That's why I make my own money. That's why I do my own thing. I don't rely on my parents like I used to when I was younger. That's what separates us. Eventually you're going to have to do your own ideas. You're going to have to grow your own self. Where your decisions are going to have to matter. You're going to blaming on your parents, and that is the reason why you falter so far and why you can't do nothing, because you think everybody else is the problem, but it's just fucking you. And then when you establish that problem and say it's my fault, you end up hating yourself for it because you believe that it still wasn't your fault. So you still blame it on everybody else. In terms, that's called being stylish. And then you always want to say, compare things. People compare a lot. They compare themselves to fucking everybody. What about this? What about that? What about this? Well, this person did this. This person did that. You know, blah, blah, blah. So it's not about what other people do. It's about what you do. And that's one of the things that I have to, like, kind of like break up with being a, you know, hopefully soon to be manager at my job, and that to bring it's accountability for yourself, not for others. If you don't do it and someone else does, it's your fault for not doing it. It doesn't matter what another person has done. That just means that you're not fucking reliable enough to do it yourself. It's the reason why you complain about it. Because it's what people tend to do a lot. Like, for instance, we had a little discussion with one of the, you know, ladies that worked with us now. She's a young lady now, you know. She doesn't like being called lady because she's confused about who she is, which is sad because, you know, it shows how mentally fucking ill you are. You don't know who the fuck you are. You don't need to have a scientist tell you that you're a woman. You should have known that from, you know, the day you were fucking born. Or you were fucking retarded. And no, there's not 15,000 sexes out there. There's just mental illnesses of people thinking they're something that they're not. Anyway. So we had like a little discussion about it. And one of the manager guys texted her her and told her, hey, you know, took a picture of something and say, hey, you know, next time, you know, leave and that, can you clean this up and that? And soon as she got caught about something that she, I guess, didn't understand what it is, she sat there and got mad. And she started to, you know, overly explain things. And he was sitting there like, what are you talking about? I'm just telling you to do something before you leave because you didn't do it. Well, this person didn't do it. Huh? And I said to him, and I said, trying to like teach him that because this is the proper thing because Jesus talks about accountability. Says she has to take accountability over her own personal actions. It doesn't matter if someone else didn't do it. It's up for that person alone to take that action. So why does it even matter about what anybody else does? It never does. It only matters about what you do. And she was trying to explode and try to say it was someone else's fault. I said, well, knowing that you didn't do it, now we have to do it because it wasn't done during the one person and the next person. So the last person of the day has to scrub this, scrub whatever you have to scrub off because you didn't do it yourself. You can teach people how to do things. It's hard at first because people stop learning after a certain age because they're fucking retarded, but just like anything else, you have to be accountable for it. And the thing of it is, you start liking yourself more, you actually start to learn that you are accountable. People start to respect you more because you're doing your fucking job. Does anyone ever respect people that don't do their job? Fuck no. They're like, dude, do your job. Oh my god, you're getting mad at me. You're not doing your job. And they start comparing themselves to everybody else. And while they always like to tell people that, especially, you know, that I'm like one of the main, I guess, the main cooks at my job, and I'm not really a cook, but like I'm a preparer of food or whatever it is. I'm a lineman. I say, if you want to do my job then. And they always get quiet, and I said, is that compared to each other? We all have certain things like to do that. Like what you're good at is what you're good at. What I'm good at is what I'm good at. It doesn't mean that you cannot learn something new. Like when you overestablish your job and thinking that you're doing more than everybody else, then that's your problem right there. That's when you falter. And that's where the comparison of myself or other people are coming in. So like, I do more than you. It's like, well, you don't, but you do more of the job that you do, yes. Because I don't do that job. That's why you have a job. You have a job specifically because you're doing somewhat of a decent job to keep up with stuff. But the anger and attitude constantly exploding every 5 seconds does not help with anything. Just because you hate yourself does not mean other people hate you. That is the word, that is the thing that seems to hurt a lot of people now. They believe I hate myself and that other people hate me. No, you can't push other people's minds like what you call a narcissist. I said that's what narcissism is. to push yourself onto everybody else and thinking that you already know them pretty much before you know them. You already discuss how they are as a person before you actually fucking know them as a person. And then they freak out about it. They're like, wait a minute, I knew this and knew that. You don't know shit. That's the problem. You really don't know anything. But you establish it so hard inside your mind. But the truth of it is, you really don't know anyone. Matter of fact, you don't even know yourself. I said that's kind of one of the things is if you don't know yourself and know what you're capable of, why don't you want to come in and be the best person you can be at a job? Why don't you come in and be proud, to be confident of yourself? No, because most people that are wise have more confidence than people that are wicked. I call you foolish people for a reason. When you read Proverbs, you understand why people do the things they do. The wise likes to listen. The wicked likes to complain and yell. Doesn't mean that you can't talk about things. But how to understand how the demons work, how the emotions actually work in that. You ever see someone that's humble and quiet? They don't talk a lot. They only talk when they need to, and they crack a couple jokes here and there. They're the ones that the wicked people love to torment. Because they're normally either stronger than them, better looking than them, have better life than them, because they're quiet and humble. They do their job and they go home. They only talk every now and again when stuff happens and they want to put their 2 cents in. My friends is me and manager and that same lady that he likes to get advice from me and said, well, you should, because I'm an older person. I've been through these experiences before. And I said I was basically running a small little car wash basically because of the lack of management to a certain extent. I was a discipliner. I discipline people. People always sit on their phones all day. And because the job was easy, they go out there and do a little bit of something else. You gotta at least try to maintain stuff. And say, if you could do your job and then entertain yourself, that's fine. But work always comes first. Because you're not here just to fucking sit here and play around. Because, you could just go home. And you're not gonna like it that you have to fucking go home then. Because then you're a cry, bitch, and moan because you're not getting paid. That's the thing of it is. That's the discipline that you have. We all go through it. That's kind of the whole point. I think anyone that's worked a job long enough, one job long enough, they understand that they have to do their job, they have to go home. And it's not because they worked there for 5-10 years. It's like once they get used to the job in the first month or so, they just work. Because the thing of it is, then you get leadway. When you start getting leadway, because you work so good, what normally happens? People really don't care that you make slight bit mistakes here and there, because they know that you're not doing it on purpose. They know mainly because you're probably overworked. Because mistakes do happen. And so they don't see you as a problem because they know that's not always occurring. I had people lie to me about complaints. It was pure fucking jealousy. Of course, it was a fucking woman. Woman that was attracted to me or whatever it might have been. Lied to me about something that didn't happen. Said I got a complaint from someone. Said I was looking at a woman weird. Looking at a woman weird. Said what's described weird. And didn't really explain. Well, they didn't really say anything. They said, he was looking at me weirdly and that. And I've always had that type of thing. Why would anyone give a fuck how I look at someone? I look at someone the way I look at someone. And they think it's weird. That's their own perspective, which is a controlling, narcissistic thing to tell someone. But you can't look at me this way. And I said, well, bitch, you can go fuck yourself because you're a terrible person. You want to control everything because you have no control over your actual life because you pity yourself and you victimize yourself so much. And yes, this type of person want to get close to me because, you know, if you see your boyfriend that, obviously you would know why. And so, because I want to get promoted. So I had to learn service. And I already know service. I'm just not massively knowing it because I don't do it all the time. So I don't remember every aspect of it. And we're starting to promote people now. And I said, well, I do want to get promoted now, but I always tell myself I like to wait a little bit to learn all the things of that and try to perform in the way that I want to perform. Because I'm pretty stable at my job to begin with. And a lot of other people they do these things and I complain about stuff and everything. I'll always ask them, like, well, I have to go to the bathroom at. Oh, I can eat all day now. Like, you have manager here for a reason. You can go and say, hey, I'm going to go out there, go take over that. I'm going to go get some food and do it. If you say you can't do it, that just means that you choose not to talk to someone else about it. I tell people, take over, I am eating. I don't give a fuck. I'm eating because I need to do it anyway, because everyone needs to eat, you know, at least one meal per shift. They're working at least a 6 or 7 hour shift. You have to eat, even a 4 hour shift, you have to eat. Some days I come in, I don't eat at all, so I have to eat something for you. And I tell people all the time, like, I'm eating. It's like, well, you just got here. It's like, well, okay. And I do it. Well, you send me home? You can't do anything. Nothing to think about it. It's like, it's all about that respect. It's like, okay, well, if you respect me, I respect you. Simple fact. I do my job. I do it with the best ability as I can. Hopefully better than most. Other people are getting better now when it comes to certain things. And I start to become reliable. That's what you want. You want to become reliable. That's a good thing. Yeah, it's like when I'm streaming. That'd be nice. Maybe 100% bigger. Yeah, constant breezy doing a move ahead of him. Fucking awesome shit. Yeah, critical gets up so high. But yeah, I like to talk to people about this stuff and that because it just happens all over the place. I'm gonna move around a little bit. So I finally took a damn day off of work, so I want to make sure I can keep my ass going. I need to get a damn shirt on. But yeah, so like little things are happening I'm working at, trying to make things a little bit better. Is it going to be more difficult? Yes, it always is. It's always the baby mode, I don't want to be at work type of shit. I said, then why are you here? Because I need the money. And I always tell people that if you're going to be at work and you need the money, you might as well just enjoy work. But it's the attention span that people have. People have the lowest attention spans I've ever seen. Not all of them do, but some of them do. And they always want to blame it on everybody else. So your attention spans are shite for a reason. It's like you have to have attention all the damn time. 24/7 attention. And like it gets to that point where you're just like sitting there trying to figure out what to do with life and that, and then you get stuck. And a lot of people get stuck with that crap. That's not bad at all. 72%, 12% increased damage and reduction of wilding. Oh, that's cool. What is this? Wisdom. I don't think I can get any more wisdom on here. I don't think so. Nope, I got all the wisdom I need. But yeah, the more that you look at these kind of things now in life, and that, the more you start to see it. You see like younger people now that like to work hard at. It's because they have to have something. That's why they work hard. They want something. It's only enough you working on it. And the way they how you use your establishes kind of who you are. When you use your money on to buy a bunch of drugs and get all fucked up all the time, you establish to be a fucking moron. You're the weakest in society. You have to rely on a substance to get your ass completely going. Not to say you can't have certain things. Yes, food is good. Creatine is good for you. Coffee's not bad for you at all. Coffee's a really good, cheap stimulant. But the natural cause of it being better than doing something an actual drug, well, it's better for you. It is a step to teach you, get your mind slightly, high. A lot of you want the whole thing, and then they get too much of it, and then when they get too much of it, it fucks with their brain a lot. And then their brain malfunctions to a certain extent because they're getting too much. Like your body wants to do it, not to survive. When your body wants to survive, it always does things. It makes you tired, it makes you thirsty. It does things to be able to get rid of certain things. Yes, you can have the willpower to break through anything, but will is never enough. Because your will is never strong enough to break through anything. People believe in that when you got fired for being a moron, you did something stupid, now you got fired for it. His heart was in the right place. He wasn't a bad person. But he made shit and those shit he just made, they destroyed his fucking life. Despite the fact that they actually say it wasn't my fault. Hey, you made a decision to do that shit. No one can tell you to do anything. they can manipulate you. Well, if you're that fucking ignorant and stupid to be manipulated, then that's still your fault. That means if you weren't guided the right way the first time. That means you ever learn that makes it to your parents that failed as parents. That's not only how it is. And it sucks to be able to talk about like this. Yeah, it hurts. It's really gonna hurt you to feel that, but it's just a thing you have to learn how to do. If you don't learn how to do it, you don't do anything. That's how life is. You have to do these things. That thing's gonna get you up here to 100% be rocking. I don't like that burst thing. I hate that it's so oh my god! This character sucks! How much damage is good? Just any more life regeneration. so many enemies. God, it's fucking laggy. My character won't stop me fucking what the fuck, bro? Yeah, it's like my character. Look at dude, it's just fucking. I'm just gonna do fuck that shit. Yeah, this proves how fucking bad. Dude, that pisses me off how ridiculous it is. Matter of fact, I'm getting fucking stunned and shit, which is really annoying. And I'm lagging because of streaming and that. Because this game can't. It's fucking stupid. The bitch lag is what fucking annoys me. Damn, I need more healing. There's no way I could do any of those things without having healing recovery. Where the fuck's this stupid dumb bitch at? No. Oh.
Well, let's have a look.
Oh, fuck life on kill. Fuck, this means stupid. He's better fucking moving. All resistance is okay. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm just so used to not fucking dying because they actually is starting to become fucking massively fucking irritating. Life per kill. I don't need life per kill, you fucking twat. I don't need crit because I got a lot of crit. Nope. Oh my god. Fuck you, buttons! No. 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 How much I like fucking speed and I might just go with just the damage. There it is. I'll fucking kill that shit. Okay. More movement speed. Oh, I know I got life regeneration. Cool. Now I got more life regeneration now. I shouldn't have to die so damn much. Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh, no, there's one right here, but I haven't got it yet. Is this it? Look at the dragon boat. Oh my god. flying everywhere. That Ura thing is really fun. Yeah, it's crazy fucking powerful. OP character coming up. That zone already died out. Oh, it did. Oh, it's still there. Oh man. Come on. Let's get up.
Let the bastard devils come! All that burn shall grow again! Taller, stronger, unrelenting!
Yeah, I don't know. Basically, it's a fire. Oh, quite hilarious. That's what I do like my drill. Paladin, especially with this fucking well, the arrow itself's not really that good. It's like playing Diablo 2 with the fire, or it's extremely fucking strong at the very beginning of the game. Everything just dies, and you get super fucking sexy from that.
Is someone there? So dark and cold. Please stay. Grandfather was supposed to walk me home.
Well, that's like those characters that you get. That's one thing about that. They're so slow. The meteor sources are fucking awesome. But anyway, I was watching something on YouTube. Just damaged fire by boy. Oh, I need to start getting all these things again. So I'm gonna do that was really good. Armor. My door's fucking shut. I heard it through the door. Yeah, but it's not covered in bubbles, how they stuff with your for the use of the assets you have. And you always try to take
You saved my life.
About what you eat, though. And how much you eat, actually. If you eat too much food, your body goes wrong. You gotta make your body react with the fluid floating in there, building up that fluid. And sometimes your stomach gets overflowed with that fluid. And it causes you to start to have
Quite the challenge.
Well, I have to eat that much. Like, no, you don't. Like, you can just have like an apple and a baby. And that's all you really need, honestly. Sunday right now, and I have a coffee since late at night. Oh, yeah. There's a lot to do with that little hiding. You get so fucking fast in normal mode. All you do find a legendary dinosaur. Once you've stomped it, but don't you fix the whole fire? It was 6 levels higher, man. You just bounce. You're doing so freaking. Yeah. This is my build. Once you get up super high, it hits really fucking bad. Like, they clear out a whole fucking area. I think it hits beyond the area. Honestly, like, a fire might fight about one. Ice is okay. Ice is good, really fucking well. Not even that. It's just deep. I think I can use that. I got my eyes up really. really quick second. Huh. That's fun.
Is someone there? Dark all around. Why did Mother go? I don't want to be alone. Really good. Love the job really well. Just the attitude. The constantly like complaining about how to do it's a learning thing. I would tell people like you have to learn. Okay, you can't just keep doing the same thing. Let me see if I got anything good. Black has a 30% chance to freeze people. Really fire goes up with that. Yeah, I feel like fire goes up. So there's levels to all the legendary crap that you get. It's like every time they make any type of paladin class or shadow knight or dark knight or something like that, they're so fucking powerful.
It is done.
Like the power's just so tremendously fucking high.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Looks like anyway, like, yeah, this. Oh man, he's. Fresh off the rest of my coffee. Time is it? 1:40 in the morning. Ain't too bad. I'll do it tomorrow anyway. Yeah, it normally don't work. Wait a minute. Is Wednesday New Year? It is. Today's New Year's Eve. Huh? Oh no. Today's New Year's. Well, fuck me, guys. Tomorrow's gonna be New Year, so Happy New Year's. Well, belch to me, to you. May God bless you all, and may Jesus bless you for a now new year. So, let's get some goals started. Let's get started right now, and let's push some stuff. One of the things I want to start to do is let's go with the mental aspect of it. I want to get more confident with, I guess, with myself and that. I doubt myself sometimes. I have to say, I'm getting a lot better though, but I do doubt myself sometimes. And one of the things I need to do is start driving in that. I mean, I want to do it for a while now, but I just, been learning how to save up, learn how to manage my money without blowing it on a car and that, because well, there's why people get vehicles and that, honestly, for me, is to go to work and back. And I'd rather spend that on equipment. That's why I buy certain things. Like, I need to give me some really good gloves and that for wintertime and that. And stuff like that. That's the main reason why I bought the bearskin stuff. Got a bearskin hoodie, which is, it works really well. It's kind of breezy now, it lets the air get into it. And then I got the waterproof insulated jacket with it too. I put both of them on. It keeps me really warm, even when it's like -2 outside. It keeps you warm enough to be able to walk through shit. Obviously, pants would work out a lot better too, but unfortunately, going to work and that and taking off my fucking pants and doing all that shit during wintertime is kind of crappy and that, but a lot of times I just walk through it. I brace myself for it. There's a little convenience store, like, kind of halfway between me and my job. I can go in there and warm up for about 10 or so minutes, 5 minutes and that. And I can go back out, and it's about a 10-minute walk after that. It's not too bad. But the thing about it is, it's like, transportation would be nice. Obviously, money's the problem. Because I'm really, comfortable with my life and that. I like the things that I do and that, so I'm trying to slightly build and try to figure out what I can do to be able to perform a little bit better in life. Not looking for a woman. That's one of the things I kind of just, I'm already past. It's not that I don't want one, I just rather not look for one, and then occasionally, find something that I like, and then, go after it, so I don't have to constantly be looking. I met this one girl, and it was kind of a coincidence. Like, the lady from my work and that, I say, I'm sexually attracted to her, but I'm mentally attracted to her. Because her mentality is completely different from mine. So it's more of a lust attraction, and I don't like it. Jesus always says, if you attract to someone for their heart and for the things that you actually like about them, don't attract them just because of, their bodies or the money that they have and stuff like that. That's what a lot of people tend to attract to. And I say, well, that's what defeats kind of the problem. That everyone wants to attract to all these things, and I'm just like, well, there's a problem right there. You're not attracting to the person itself, you're attracting to what the person has. And that's why I say a lot of people can have considerable issues that they attract the people not because of wanting to be with them, but attracting because of lust. I would say lust is a very terrible thing to attract people to. Or to attract, to be attracted to is lust. It's very destructive. People don't think otherwise. Because, well, you're stupid. Judgment, damnation can be done by the judgment. Deals more damage. I have to say that goes good with this, because this literally is amazing. 7 of Shining Armor is... This guy's so fucking decked out with so much actual good stuff in that. 5 the Righteousness actually increased my damage by a shit ton. This one grants 130% armor and resistance based on your things. I get 109%. That's just holy fire. Does really good. It increases 50% for 15 seconds up to 10 times. So it's 500%. Getting 4 to that is astounding. I don't think I can get anything else with. I got the 5 to Ura. For sure, we're fucking good. I don't know what this one. I don't know if I can get anything with the helmet or not. Obviously, I have to look at that shit. I have no idea what the helmet he gives me. But yeah, this character's fucking massively OP. And I'm slowly getting more toughness. The biggest thing I had to do is get more crit. Which I took to... No. There it is.
See some steel you need?
Okay. I gotta look for what I'm doing. I don't know exactly what it is. Holy damage has 60% chance. Executions. It's at 66%.
Impeccable.
I still like Diablo 2's way Diablo 2 works with the skills and that.
Won't get past me.
This dude has like the perfect armor thing. Literally, I have like 400%, 500% more armor. It's fucking ridiculous. Because this gives me 50%. I got this, so this just gives me. Norm, it gives me 8. This gives me. Grants 50% more armor than you need. Helmet, chest, and pants. 50% more damage gain. You know, I think it says or. I don't know if it means all of them, but that is ridiculous. Yeah, it's just stupid. And this constantly gives me more. I'm at 107%. Because of... It says your damage decreases 75% armor. 50% of that. It's so dumb. Yeah. It's just stupid. Button is
Is someone there? Dark all around. Why did Mother go? I don't want to be alone.
why is the cow? But yeah, what's funny? Oh yeah, sorry about well, anyway, we had like a little electrical issue in that. Anyway, it was kind of like one of the wires. I guess our kitchen people did something with or whatever it is, and it ended up sparking, ended up melting because it wasn't put together right. So it ended up melting one of the wires, and that kept basically creating like a little fire in our little like heating cabinet thing. It was like starting to like burn the metal and that. You could actually start to smell it smoke and shit because it kept on putting power into it and it kept melting the wire and that, which heat up the wire so damn hot that it was starting to burn the inside of the thing. And so it was a big sad, so we ended up calling 911 and that. We ended up getting fire trucks in there, and obviously like 3 fire trucks came in there. There was a fuckload of people coming in there, and there was probably like 10 fighters came in. They were decked out like shit was about to blow up. They had their fucking big ass coats on them. I mean, obviously it was cold as fuck. They had their little like metal prod things ready and that for like door openers and that to be able to get through doors and shit. And so they came in there and they're kind of laughing about it and that, and they were all coming in this little tiny spot that we have. Imagine they had big ass coats on that, so they're like extra wide people and that. And it was funny though, because they were just sitting there like, coming in, they're all laughing at it, like, oh, it's just a little issue and that. It's like, well, they said it was a grade 1 fire and that, like something was fucking blowing up in that. And I said, no, it's like, it could start a fire if we left it there. Eventually it probably would have burned through the metal eventually. I mean, it probably wouldn't like completely burn through because metal has a high temperature ratio, sparked wire. But eventually would smoke out the whole entire place. If you went in there, it'd be completely smoked out. So it could have caught the ceiling on fire eventually, and then that would have left everything else burning up on the ceiling. And then anything else that caught, the whole building would eventually caught if it came down to the worst case scenario. But unfortunately, when it happened when we were there. I noticed it. I noticed the smell on that. I looked up. I said, "Oh, that shit's smoking out." And I said, "Well, you gotta call, the fire department, or you gotta call, 911 or whatever." And to be able to, get them over here and that, had them write a report on that because they're gonna have to anyway. And say, oh, it's just faulty wiring and that, we fixed it. Basically, you had to unplug it. Obviously, we could have just unplugged and that and done it ourselves, but I'm like, no, it's like, I say, no, our protocols are, if something happens to that, even though even though people should be insured to be able to do things and that. And it was kind of nice, though, because one of the cop ladies came in there and she was actually really attractive, and honestly. She walked in there and she looked bored as fuck. Like, she looked like she was tired and because she looked like she was just driving around all day, like, just basically just waiting for shit to happen. She came in and I started talking to her and, and she'd see me around a lot and I used to be up at the old car wash and that when I met her and that. It wasn't the same one I met before and that. But, it was one of them. There's like 3 girl cops that I know that go around the area and that. Well, anyway, like, we started talking and she came in there and she was kind of making like a joke about it and that. And she was like, oh, you guys got rid of one of these burritos and that I really liked when I was in college. I'm like, college? I'm like, how young are you? Like, in college? I'm like, you have to be like at least in your like mid-20s. Because college is normally like in your like 18 to like 22 type of thing if you do a 4-year thing. I was like, okay. And so she was just being cool as fuck, obviously. And so we ended up making her a burrito or something like that. Because it was like, oh, well, you came in here and, you gave us help. And I was like, oh, well, let's make you something for free. And I was like, oh, my God, thank you. So I'll come by tomorrow and that or whatever it is. And of course, my dumb ass. I love flirting around with girl law enforcement. I don't know, I just find it really attractive. So I start, like, trying to flirt around with her and that. It was so nice, because I fucking do it all the time. They don't think that men should hit on them. I really don't care. If you're an attractive-looking woman, I don't care if you have a badge or have a 50-millimeter fucking cannon on you. I'm going to flirt with you. If you flirt back, you flirt back. It's entertainment. It gives you a bit of love, and then you go on your day. It makes you think about it for a little bit. It makes you talk about it like I'm doing right now. It makes you happy, People say flirting leads to, like, oh, we should, oh, it means you're attracted. Yeah. That's why people flirt. Now, what they're attracted to obviously differs. Like I say with most people now, if you're attracted to someone, you're attracted to them probably through looks first, and then you go on to personality now, and then from personality you go on to, their overall self. Does it always happen like that? Fuck no. Some people never get past that case. They'll literally just be attracted to them because their bodies look good and their face looks good. They got like big knockers or they're bulky and that, and they, they just want to bang. Most likely is what it comes to. They just want to get, fucked. And so, it's just how it is. But that's why attraction is so weird. Now it's like, if you really want to attract someone out, you have to date them, you have to get to know that. You don't instantly get into the whole sexual thing. Some people are very upfront with that. I said, don't be upfront with sexuality so fast, because people attract very slowly upfront. I mean, yes, when you get older, that you get more experience. Like my age, and I have more experience in that. So like, I'll ask you out on a date. If you say no, you say no. If you say yes, you say yes. But a date from traditional ways is to say that I'm attracted to you and I want to take you out to get to know you. That's what it is. But for some reasons, other people think it's different. Like, oh, you want to take me on a date? And especially these feminist women, they're thinking, what? Oh, it's a free meal because you're attracted to me. But it's like, but if you're not attracted to me too, then you're not going to go out with me. Why would you ask someone out and you just go out with them just to get food and leave? That makes you a poor sport. That makes you a fucking loser, honestly. And the honest truth is, You might see that quite a bit with people. They get to that point where they're kind of like that. They're just like piece of shit fucking people. I see all these women come online like, all these guys ask you out. Like, guys ask you out because they fucking like you. They're not asking you out just because you're fucking hot. They're asking you out because they actually legitimately have something to be interested in. And obviously your personality sucks ass. Personality sucks ass. It sucks ass. You know, that's just the name of the game. You know, and that's how it always comes down to. How good is your personality? You got the nicest body in the world, and that anyone got a nice body, but can you have a good personality? And that's where the trick comes in. Are you able to continuously have a good functioning relationship with someone through these means? Are you able to secure something in full? And it comes down to it. A lot of times, no. You'd be very surprised how much people are really, really desperate for attention. And they'll have sex with everything. No. And they do it. And people get upset about it. It's like, oh, dude. And then women always want to say, that's the only thing you care about, man. That's the only thing you're offering, honey. You're only offering to get bent over and get fucked. You get bent over and get fucked. I'm like, what do you mean? You can't say something like that and thinking that someone's going to think the opposite of it. That's stupid. Intentionally, men don't do that, and neither do women. I have multiple times that women just want to have sex with me because they thought I was cute. That was it. That's all they cared about. They didn't want a relationship. They just want to get off because they like it. So that's what makes you immature. That's what I tell a lot of people. Don't like someone for everything that they are. Don't just sit there and like them just because you want to get your fucking rocks off on that, you know. Get your rocks off doing anything almost. You know, a lot of people do. A lot of people just want to get their rocks off all the damn time. And they make it pretty fucking obvious, too. Because they never stop. Even when they're with the guy they really are attracted to. They'll still think about fucking other dudes. They say, well, that's just how it is. No. That's how your mind is. That's what comes lustfulness. You don't care about the spirit. You care about the flesh. You can care about your flesh, yes. You can be in good shape, yes. There's nothing wrong with being in good shape. But when you overexert yourself to think that's all you are is a body, then you become the body. Then the only thing you respect is the body. That's it. You don't respect anything else then. Because you can't. You can't respect something, obviously, you know, that you don't like or love. If you love your body and that, you start to love the way your body looks. It's not saying it's a bad thing. No. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. You should love yourself. You should be happy that you have what you have. You know, like I tell people that are naturally skinny, you should be happy that you're naturally skinny now, because a lot of people are not naturally skinny. They're like, but, you know, they'll say stuff like, well, other girls got bigger boobs than me and all that stuff, and I said, well, Not every guy likes gigantic tits. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, bigger boobs is going to get a more exciting things from a lot of different dudes. But it doesn't mean that you're actually going to get someone that's going to like you for you. Because you probably fucking won't. Being surprised or not? My used to be friend, I was friends with him all throughout high school and that. He kind of betrayed me for other people and that. But we were really close friends for a while and that. And honestly, the truth is, he had a really attractive looking girlfriend. And I asked, and I'm just like, she always used to talk to me about him. And she would always talk to me. And I would just sit there and I listen to her and you know, she talked about marriage and I said, well, my honest opinion that I wouldn't get married unless you're 100%. Because marriage is something that is kind of a heavy thing. You want to marry someone because you actually legitimately like them and love them. You don't want to marry someone just because they make your life easier. Sometimes your life's meant to be hard for a reason. You know, she was really cute in that, you know, and she was, you know, I liked her a lot in that. She was, you know, she's very intelligent. I mean, her had great conversations, and honestly, I had like a little thing for her in that. And he started to notice that. And I don't know if he got mad about that, but he started showing kind of things in that. Or one day I was over at his place in that, you know, we were just sitting there hanging out in that, and we were drinking a little bit and that, got a little drunk and that, and I started, you know, staring at his, you know, his, well, they weren't married then, his girlfriend's boobs that, she had big, huge boobs that, she had really big boobs. I'm very attracted to that, like most guys normally are. And he started getting kind of upset about it and that, and I was just like, you know, I was like, well, I'm drunk and that, you know, I just want to have a good time and that, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to do anything because obviously I knew not to do nothing, but it doesn't mean I wasn't like trying to make, oh man, we were big, you know. And he told me to go home, so I ended up walking home. I was a little drunk and that wasn't too bad. I was walking home and that, you know. Obviously I was sitting there, you know, thinking about her rack and that because, you know, big ass titties on her and that. And I always ask myself in that, I'm always like, for a guy like him, what separates me than him? Why is he getting a woman like that? And how the hell is she attracted to a man like that? I'm always thinking to myself in that about, you know, he was a good guy now, you know, I love him as a brother and that, but he definitely got some issues and that. But they both had the same issues that they both didn't like their parents. And they kind of separated from it. I kind of understood it because, you know, I went through my motions of rebellious stuff and that. And, it made me think, like right now, you know, their lives kind of suck. You know, he's basically, you know, doesn't want to work. He's living off his dad. He refuses to work because he believes about all this bullshit and that, you know. All big business try to fuck us and that and do all stuff and that's it. And it's like it comes down to it. Yeah, he's just a fucking idiot. You know, he's a very conspiracy type person. He really digs into the rabbit hole. And just like a lot of people say, when you dig into the rabbit hole, you can't dig too much because then you're going to get to the point where you're going to understand some things are not exactly what they seem to be. You can't just really just turn reality around like that too fast. Because it kind of fucks with you. And you're trying to figure out all the stuff in that. There's something that you should not know. It's the one thing God, Jesus said. You're not going to know everything. You don't need to know everything. God doesn't want you to know everything. There's some things that the heavens only grant to people, certain people, because that knowledge is very, very heavy knowledge. It's not meant for mankind to have. That's why only certain people were granted certain things. And that's what kind of hurts people. Because they want to know these things. And so you don't need to know them. So I people that study and research things and that, they get really big brains. They understand a lot of shit. That's too much to comprehend, though. These liberal people are just screaming and fucking yelling 24/7. I love liberal media. They're always so fun. The way they bitch and yell about shit makes me fucking laugh. Because it's just media. So they just bitch about everything. It makes money. That's it. And I always find it really interesting though. Because they really, really complain a lot about everything. And they're always like, well, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Blah, 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 blah. I just want to hear. Blah, 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 blah. And they complain about shit so much just to make money. Like, our viewers want to know why Trump's doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. So you guys talk about him because it makes your viewer base watch you. You know, you don't actually tell the fucking truth about certain things. Obviously, you barely don't tell the truth about half the shit you do anyway. You kind of just lie about shit because it makes it easier for you. I said that's kind of what you do. And then you get really mad when people start to notice that shit. You're like, blah, 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 blah. Really? One hit? Oh, the one hit thing tricks without me. Killing one hit before. I don't think I've ever faced him before. Core speed gives me 94. The basic attack gives me 100 and something. That's just overall fucking just better. Yeah, I'm equipping it. I mean, this gives me damage. Non-damage in that, but cast familiar summons all 3 elements. Core skills additional fires 2. Yeah, it does fire. That's a lot of fire info. When you stun an enemy, freeze all enemies. This just gives me just. That's kind of cool. Let's figure out. Bullshit stun, bro. Oh, I hate fucking stuns. They're so stupid. They drive me absolutely fucking crazy how cheap they are. That's a chargeable one.
It's locked.
Forgot about this guy. If I have shit ton of those on my other characters. I just get so bored sometimes. For third episode, solo leveling's gonna be awesome. Let me be back.
for things on your return.
Oh, this anime. You know me. I wonder if this character could do better. Probably. Where fucking
Thank the light you're here.
Light, show me mercy!
Soda. See, 300 summoning damage? 300? That is stupid. This only gives me 80. It gives you 300%. That's better than everything I have right there. So, I mean...
It's a shame. I'm sure he has his reasons. Either way. Either way. We've got a solid team. 15 S-rank hunters. Reflect team. This time's going to be different.
Come back if you need. Father bless you. What do you need?
Wouldn't have made it without you. My savior. Wouldn't have made it without you.
skill is unmatched. You'll see.
Hot damn, that's our ultimate weapon.
Ha! See the bars make that.
Down, and then make our way to the cave. The Japanese hunters should be able to extract the ants for about an hour. See, we have to get in, take down the queen, and get out. No pressure. A moment of truth, everyone. Let's go. Ready the interference signal. On my mark. Activate. Now. Detect distress signal now.
Precious stones to catch the light. Come and see.
Let us help this land.